Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Kris. So today what I want to do is talk about email. And I know email has been around forever, and I've even heard some people say that email marketing is dead, but I'm here to tell you that it's just not true. When you look at different forms of marketing, email is actually the most preferred method of marketing that your customers like to receive. It's not intrusive like television commercials or pop-up ads, things like that. With email marketing, generally they have already accepted that you are going to send them emails. And they look in their inbox for that. There's even a promotions tab inside of Gmail built specifically for that. So email marketing is alive and working well for everybody. So what I want to do is just give you a few tips on how to make email marketing work well for you. When you first begin your email sequence, this is the first email that they receive from you. Usually it's in relationship to a gift that you've given. This is going to be your lead magnet. So make sure that they have that you have the link in there so that they can download whatever it is or access whatever the gift was that you promised them. Now, what I like to do is within 24 hours is to send a follow-up email just to make sure that they've seen it. Now, what this does is puts your name in their inbox a second time pretty quickly. That way they get used to seeing your name there among the list of senders. And a good thing to do here is, especially if you've given them some kind of a ebook for a lead magnet, is to actually reference the book inside your email. Something like, hey, I just want to make sure that you got your download and make sure you check out the tip that I give on page 14 because that's the one that changed my business the most. Something like that. Now, when I do this, I don't ever say what the tip is. I just reference the page number or the chapter number. Because what that does is makes them want to discover what it is. We just do that little tease inside the email. Now they are going to open it up and they are going to read it. Because that's really the goal here is we want them to read through your information. That way they're getting the most value out of it. And it already starts to begin to build that relationship with you. Now, as you move through your emails, the other thing that's important to do is to have a call to action. Ask them to do something inside every email, whether it's click a link to watch a video, read an article, or just hit reply and write back to you. It's always good to end an email on a question and ask them to hit reply and write you back. And that does two different things. The first is it conditions the customer that when they open an email, they're going to click on something. So whether it's an article that you've sent, the reply button, or the link to whatever program it is that you're selling, we want them to get that condition that, okay, whenever I open your email, I'm going to click on something and move on to the next page or to the next phase of the process. The other thing that it does is it trains their inbox that every time they receive an email from you, they're going to click it. Maybe they're going to reply. Maybe they're going to go to a link. What it does is increases that interaction, that engagement. And when the inbox sees this, and this is especially with Gmail, when Gmail sees it and says, okay, the user is engaged with emails from this business. So I'm going to put these emails inside their inbox. We're not going to go to the promotions tab. We're going to go directly to their inbox because they're so engaged with them. So that's why having a call to action inside your emails is very important. So those are the big tips that I have for today for emails, and we'll see you next time on the Money Wheel.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.